And what's good, everyone? Welcome back in as we join this game in progress. Sorry about the delay for that. It was just finishing up the Northeast Conference Championship. There was a fight in the stands between Wagner fans and Bryant fans, and the game took a half an hour longer than usual as we join into this game with 5:20 left to go in the first half. Gonzaga leads 27-18 over St. Mary's. Gonzaga white uniforms, dark blue numbers, dark blue letters. St. Mary's dark blue jerseys, white numbers, white letters as Gonzaga comes away with a rebound with Chet Holmgren. It's going to be a over-the-back call picked up by St. Mary's as the clock will stop with 5:06 in the first. What's good, Lucas on the stream? Welcome back in, Boston Sportsman. Thanks so much for joining in once again as we're back for the second game part of the doubleheader tonight. If you guys are new, make sure to smash that thumbs up, hit in the vote in the poll as well if you guys would like to. Hit me up in the chat who you got in this one, Gonzaga or St. Mary's. Joe, Randy, welcome back in, guys. Kyle Bowen just picked up his second personal foul for St. Mary's. Logan Johnson, number 0, will check out of the game for the Gaels. Wow, that made it all the way on ESPN. Some small school basketball. That's probably going to be on like the Today Show and Good Morning America and CBS this morning. Tomorrow morning. Underneath, powers his way to the bucket. Anton Watson up and in off the glass scores. The largest lead of the game, Gonzaga by 11. Gonzaga starting to get a hang of that St. Mary's defense. St. Mary's slow-tempo offense rated at 337th nationally in adjusted tempo. They are 9th defensively in fewest points allowed. Free throw circle. Kuzi passes off to a cut, circles around as this is Marcelonis. Back to the corner, 3 on its way. Skipped around the rim, missed by Bowen. Back it goes to Gonzaga. 4:20 left to go in the first. The Zags have the ball. Holmgren at the top. Jet takes the 3. Top of the key. Halfway home. Rattled out, though. Rebound pulled down by Bowen of St. Mary's. The Gaels with the ball. Vaughn, welcome back in. Tommy Kuzi. Edge of the WCC Tournament Las Vegas logo. Dribbles up. Kick out to the corner. Marcelonis passes on top. Out to the wing. Marcelonis moves it over to Kuzi. Fires away from 3. That drops through. Tommy Kuzi with a big triple. A lot of these players were playing back in the tournament team in 2019 when they lost in the first round against Villanova. Tommy Kuzi, Matthias Tass, both of those players, top 2 players in the team as far as seniors, also the top 2 scorers, but those are the 2 players there, and also Dan Fotu. So they have 3 players from the tournament team from 3 seasons ago. We're going to take a timeout on the floor. Gonzaga up by 8. 29-21, 3:48 left to go in the first. Oop. A little bit off with a text right now since I started the end of that stream. There we go. That's Randy Bennett. That's the coach of St. Mary's. Yeah, it's too funny, man. Gonna have to go back and see some of those clips after I finish up tonight. Yeah, Coven Sampson coaches Houston. I don't know about Clyde Drexler. Huh. Let's see. Does he coach? Oh, he used to coach the... Let's see. Oh, oh wow. So he used to coach Houston back in the late 90s. Yeah, he only coached 2 seasons at Houston. But yeah, Kelvin Sampson is the coach at Houston. Michael, welcome to the stream, man. Yeah, I can definitely see that on that channel there, Vaughn. Oh wow, that's awesome. I didn't know that. So Jay Ramirez putting out, so the player on St. Mary's, number 3, Augustus Marcelonis. He is a former NBA great, son of Golden State Warrior in the 1990s. Hey, thanks so much, Boston Sportsman. So we get back to action after the timeout. 3:48 left to go. Gonzaga gets the inbound. Timmy on the court along with Holmgren, Julian Strawder, Andrew Nemhard, and Rasir Bolton. Miss layup off the glass by Chet. It goes back to the rebound for St. Mary's by Dukas. Chet Holmgren just 1 for 6 from the floor in this matchup today. He's going up against more like stronger types of bigs in this type of matchup here. The front court player is Matthias Thass. He's 6'10" for St. Mary's. Jumper from the outside by the Gaels, able to connect on it. Puts it to a 5-point game. St. Mary's hanging in there right now. Floater inside the key. Quick answer. That's by Rasir Bolton for Gonzaga. Nick on the stream. Welcome in, man. 3 minutes left to go in the first. St. Mary's has it. Lost the handle. Looking for the call. They're going to get one. So Kuzi was turned around. And that's going to be Gonzaga's 5th personal foul. Reaching in was Nemhard. Hey, thanks so much, Joe. Lon Cougar, he coached at Oklahoma, and then he just retired this past year. I don't think so. I don't think Bryant could face a penalty by the NCAA for the fight, because that's on the fans, as that 3 missed off the mark there, front rim, by St. Mary's. Yeah, that's all with the fans. There were so many fans that you couldn't tell. Like, you have to go to multiple replays to see and stuff. I need to look at some of those clips when I have a chance after I finish tonight, just to, like, take in what in the world happened. Bounce pass, low post, St. Mary's. Missed the first one by Toss, and the rebound ripped away by Chet. 2:20 left to go in the first. Nemhard moves it inside Timmy. Passes out to the top to Chet. Chet slides it over to Strawder. Shoots the 3. Rains it through. This Gonzaga team has been really good from downtown this year. 34-24. Last year was basically Kispert that was carrying them from 3-point range, but they got multiple options from the perimeter. And Julian Strawder, 13 points, perfect 3 for 3 from 3, right out of the gate, having a nice night. Here's a 3, and that misses short by Kuzi. Back it goes to the Zags. 1:45 left to go before halftime. Chet gonna try a 3. That one off the mark, no good. Defensive rebound pulled down by Kuzi. St. Mary's with the ball. Out to the wing, off to Dukas. Dukas lobs it over to Toss. Defended by Chet at the left block. Toss backs his way, 1-on-1 on Chet. Minute and a half left to go. Hook shots. Get to the fall. Nice move there. Down low for St. Mary's. 6-point game. Quick up the court. Just like a blur. Rasir Bolton behind the defense. Gets the layup. Quick answer by Gonzaga, playing at their pace. St. Mary's is going to take it as slow as they can go. 337 nationally in adjusted tempo per KenPom. Dukas lost the ball. Ooh, that's hard contact. Strawder tried to come up with a steal and then stumbled. Tripped up Marcelonis from behind. I think it's going to be on Strawder, who picked up the reach-in, and it will. Yeah, Juwan Howard's back for the Big Ten tournament. So Juwan Howard was suspended for 5 games, and now he's back coaching against Indiana in the Big Ten tournament in the next game. Imagine if they lose that game under Juwan Howard, because that's like, I think that's an elimination game. A lot of analysts don't have it as an elimination game, but that would put Michigan as 17-14. I've never really heard of a team that got put as an at-large at 17 and 14 in the bracket, considering that we're going to have probably a couple teams bust brackets in conference tournaments that steal bids. Possibly. Could happen. ACC very possibly could happen if Duke's not able to come through with it, as Gonzaga forces a St. Mary's blocking foul. 37 and a half seconds left to play. Both of these teams are already in the tournament. Yeah, I think they're going to get suspended. Whoever was in that fight, they're probably going to get suspended. That'll be handled by both of the schools, for school officials for both of the colleges, and then banning them from games for never coming back there. I don't know what it will take if it's banning them from games at that arena only, but it's probably going to be banning them from all conference games, probably, because that's harm right there to the conference, because that was a conference championship game. Timmy at the line. First one is good. Second one by Drew Timme, and bounced around the rim. He drops it through. Gonzaga by 12, 37 and a half seconds remaining. Woody, welcome back in. Yeah, I think for Michigan to feel safe, I think they're going to have to win one game. More safety if they win two, but at least one. They have to beat Indiana. Yeah, Indiana's on the wrong side of the bracket. Indiana can get themselves back, possibly in with a win against Michigan and bump Michigan out. Kuzi with the ball. 20 seconds left to go before half. 6-second differential shot clock and game clock. Kuzi defended by Bolton. Dribbles towards his right. Kuzi attacks the paint. Right hand. Slips past the defense. No backside help there by Gonzaga. And Tommy Kuzi gets an easy layup. 8.9 seconds left to play. Timeout taken by Mark Few at Gonzaga. I think it's going to be a quick 30-second timeout. Actually, it's going to be longer because they cut to break. If you guys are new in the stream, hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe. Thanks so much all for joining in tonight, being a part of the channel. My apologies about joining this game later than usual. The first game I covered went way over the time. Bryant and Wagner, final score 70-43, and there was a fight between fans from both of the teams in the gym. So that's why I wasn't able to come on here right at 9 o'clock, because that other game went well far past the time slot. Yeah, that's just unfortunate. I'm glad I'm not the PA guy for that school. Jeez. And that's the closest D1 college to me, besides Providence. In Brown. Brown and Providence is a little bit closer, because they're like 20 minutes away from me, and Bryant's around like 30 to 35 minutes from where I am. Jumper missed at the horn by Gonzaga. That's a full court shot that St. Mary's almost got. Hit the bottom right part of the backboard. It had the power to do so, just a little bit off with the accuracy. So we go into halftime. Gonzaga by 10 over St. Mary's, 38-28. As we'll head into half, and Julian Strother, the key to success for this game for Gonzaga. Only player in double figures, 13 points, 4 for 5 from the floor by Strother. Perfect 3 for 3 from three-point range. Wow, that made internet... for the soccer fight in Mexico. Yeah, because I heard about that. The soccer fight in Mexico. That would be insane if this college fight here between Bryant and Wagner makes international news. That would be something else. But yeah, I think it's going to be the talk of tomorrow. Unlike Good Morning America, the Today Show, CBS This Morning. Definitely where I am, it's going to be the talk on the sports wrap for the news coming up at 10:45. Dakota, welcome back to the stream, man. Yeah, they're showing those highlights right now from the game I called last. Quick update, South Dakota State leading North Dakota State in the Summit League Championship, 33-28. South Dakota State 18-0 in the Summit. Yeah, they're showing this right here. So Alex Morales, number 11, he was the player that was ejected He got into it with a man with a white t-shirt and then jumped the table. And then they're showing the fight. Ooh! Some dude got an elbow to the face right there. The dude with a USA basketball jersey. He was next to the man with a Corona Extra t-shirt in the crowd. So they had to break up the fans there. The Wagner fans had to be asked to leave the gymnasium. They finally resumed play 30 minutes later, and then Bryant shredded Wagner 70-43. Final score. I saw immediately Barstool Sports had put that fight on Twitter. Yeah, no clue, but probably will, honestly. Probably see that one on Turtle Boy Sports, too. A wrestling match between rivals. Wow. Went down to the final wrestler. Yeah, I've never seen anything like that where fans are just fighting in the arena. It's insane. Like packs and packs of fans. So this South Dakota State team has won the last 20 straight games in a row. They could bust some brackets. Gonna have to win tonight, though, which they're winning at halftime. They got, like, multiple perimeter shooters on their team, shooting above 40%. I think they got 4 players shooting above 40%. They're top in three-point shooting percentage nationally. NBA scores tonight. Grizzlies crushing the Pelicans. That was the national TV game. 126-97. Bucks at the end of the third up over the Thunder 105-93. Kyrie had 50 tonight as the Nets beat the Hornets 132-121. Cavs winners over the Pacers 127-124. Darius Garland monster game. 41 points, 13 assists by Garland. And then the Suns close winners over the Magic 102-99. Yeah, I think Bryant's going to be in a play-in game for them. Yeah, the conference was struggling this year for the NEC. Let's see, bracketology has got... Okay, they've got Bryant in the play-in game against UNC Wilmington. Have to see about that game that's going down. Wright State won over Northern Kentucky. So Wright State 72-71 over Northern Kentucky. Wright State, I think, was the 4 seed in the Horizon. They're at 21-13. Delaware beat UNC Wilmington. So Delaware is 22-12. So they won the Colonial. Yeah, Delaware might be matched up against Bryant in that first round. Jacksonville State's 21-10. Let's see, I'm going to go through possibly like 16 seeds in the bracket. Longwood might be a 16, 15 at best. I've been seeing actually a lot of 15 for Longwood. I've been seeing them facing Kentucky in a lot of bracketologies. Yeah. Be nice to see the 16 seeds get put in have their own games in there. Be cool to have much more playoff games they'd have for the 11-12s. I think the Big West is going to have a team get a 16 play-in. Especially if Long Beach State can't win the conference. Long Beach State is 18-11. This conference was really good past 2 tournaments that they had. They had UC Irvine back in 2019, and they had UC Santa Barbara last year. And this year, the conference has taken a big step back. So Long Beach State's the top team, but that conference is wide open. From Long Beach State to UC Riverside, that's 6 teams with a record of around 16-11 to 18-11. Colonial's going to get a team because they got Delaware. They probably going to be a 16 because Delaware was the 4 seed in the Colonial tournament. 4 seed, Wright State. There were some good teams in the horizon, though. They might get up to a 15. Princeton is pulling a 14 right now for seeding lines. Princeton's at 22-5. If Princeton doesn't make it in, it's probably going to pull Yale back a seed. If Yale makes it in. If not, if like Penn or Cornell makes it in, then that would be a solid 16 for like a play-in. Same as if Iona somehow loses. That would be just devastating for Iona, because then whoever wins that conference, any other team's going to get a 16 play-in. Norfolk State right now, they're running away with a SWAC. If Norfolk State loses, though, whoever gets in will be the 16 play-in. Nichols right now is 16. That's the Southland. That's a tough, really tough season for that conference right there. All right, so we're at halftime. What's good, my man? Off the wall hockey. John's in the chat right now. Going to be covering some tournament games coming up next week. Check him out for his NHL streams as well. Going to be doing some awesome collabs throughout the tournament. And, dude, I got to cover the Bryant game against Wagner earlier today. Bryant won their first ever conference championship, shredding Wagner. The final score in that one was 70-43. And there was a fight between fans of both of the teams in the stands. The game had to be delayed for 30 minutes, and security had to come in and remove the Wagner fans from the stands. Objects were being thrown. Some dude had a Coca-Cola poured over his head. The dude with a USA All-American basketball jersey got a big fat elbow to the face. It was ridiculous. So much stuff on Twitter about that. Barstool Sports, like right as soon as it went off, they were just posting on Twitter, massive fight about that. San Francisco, probably around like a 10 seed, most likely for them. New Mexico State, they've been losing quite a bit lately, probably a 13. Yep. Yeah, exactly, man. Except there were packs of fans in this one. Just packs of fans that had to get separated, and yeah, they just didn't have enough help for security. They had to call in other towns to finally settle things down. It was insane. And one of the players for Wagner got ejected from the game. He got into it with a fan with a gray sweatshirt on, and then he climbed over the table and tried to go up and intervene with the fans up in the stands. Yeah, I'd like to see Bryant there first round. I don't think they'd be able to win. That'd be crazy if they're able to. But if somehow Kansas gets on the one line and they're able to play Kansas, because it would be so tough if they play either like Gonzaga, Baylor, Arizona. That would be a nightmare matchup if they played against Arizona. But if they play against Kansas has been shaky defensively, especially at the rim, then Bryant could push them a little bit. That game would turn into a shootout, I'd figure. Don't expect them to win it, though, but that could turn into like an Arkansas-Colgate type of game from last year. And yeah, the Behind Their Basketball Bracket Challenge, that link is up and running. Feel free to join the Bracket Challenge if you guys would like. We're going to do ESPN once again this year for the tournament challenge. So all you have to do, click the link. If you're already got an ESPN account, all you have to do is join. Press join and you're in for the Bracket Challenge. And then the brackets, when they come out on Selection Sunday, anytime from Selection Sunday to the first round on Thursday, before they tip off, just before or right around noontime, the brackets lock on Thursday. Make sure to just fill out your brackets and then you'll be in the group. Tomorrow I'm going to do NBA, I think between the Heat and the Suns for tomorrow night. Yeah, I actually don't have CBS Sports Network where I am. What's the link? The link's pinned to the chat. So it's the one that's pinned to the chat. It says, all are welcome to join the Behind Your Basketball March Madness Bracket Challenge group. And then I got the ESPN link. It says, Fantasy ESPN Tournament Challenge. Yeah, Bryant and Providence coming out, repping the 401 this year. Good to see two teams from my area be able to get into the tournament because it hasn't been that way for quite a while. Yeah, I'm from Massachusetts. I'm right down the road from Providence, though. But it was a big thing. I was a senior in high school when UMass made it to the tournament, and a bunch of the kids that went to college, they went to that UMass campus out in Amherst, and just it was too bad because UMass got shredded in the first round. They were the 6th seed, and they got destroyed by Tennessee that year. That's the last time they've been in the tournament. I know a couple people that went to UMass back in the 90s when they had Coach Cal, when they were making those deep runs in the bracket. South Dakota State up 35-30 over North Dakota State. That's a game to keep an eye on, especially for South Dakota State there. Those Jackrabbits can make some noise in the bracket. They're the top 3-point shooting team in all college basketball this year. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe just at halftime currently. Let's see what else we got here. Scores throughout college hoops. Louisville beat Georgia Tech in the first round of ACC tournament, 84-74. Other games are just like first round games basically going on right now. Yeah, a lot of first round tournaments. WAC tournament, Big West, MAAC, Summit League title game. That's the big one. I'll keep you guys posted. Yeah, that's interesting. I think John Becker from Vermont, he deserves a step up there in a higher conference. Vermont should be playing in the A10 because they're just owning that America East Conference right now. I'd love to see them join the A10 in the future. He's had good year after good year. That's a team, too, with a right draw. I think they could do some damage and win a first-round game. All depends on who they play, though. Vermont's drawing either a 13 or a 12. So they might draw Alabama. Which Vermont's like all defense. They don't turn it over much. And they got a bunch of experience on that team. They got 9 seniors. They've been crushing teams. I think they're like top 5 in scoring margin, but the teams that they're playing aren't really up to par where they are. So I saw that they like beat NJIT by like around 40 in their first round tournament game. Hey, there you go, Dakota. Congrats, man. Yeah, hope you and Maddie are going well. Doing well there, man. Gonna start the second half in just a moment. My apologies for not joining this game in progress. The game that I was calling before, Bryant against Wagner, that went well past the time. So we joined this game in progress. We joined it with like 5 minutes left to go before halftime, because that game had that big fight that had to get 30 minutes out of the time to just separate it and look at the monitor and kick out all the fans that were part of it. Yeah, I think that'd be a good thing to do there, Vaughn. Oh, yeah, we're going to release the poll as well. Thanks so much all for voting in the poll tonight. 70-30, Gonzaga took the poll. All right, back to action. As we start off half number 2 of basketball. Right to left goes St. Mary's as they have it first. Kuzi moves it out to the wing off to Dukas. Dukas passes outside into the hands to Dukas once again from Toss. Passes down low. Toss puts it up over Chet, and he scores. St. Mary's hanging in there. They're going to have to play to their pace and do it through their defense tonight in this game to limit Gonzaga. Julian Strother, 13 points, only player into double figures. Bolton takes a 3, missed off the back rim. Rebound pulled down by St. Mary's as Chet's going to get called for the loose ball foul. Chet's going to be careful right now, picking up these fouls. And that's only going to be his first. That's only his first personal foul. So they've had 7 fouls as a team, all spread out by 7 separate players. But that's a quick one right out of the gate to start off the second. St. Mary's second possession. Kuzi the top scorer with 9. Logan Johnson with 6. Logan Johnson now with 8 as he's able to get to the cup and lay it up and in. Timmy moves it outside to Bolton. Passes off to Timmy right baseline. Timmy lost the handle. Turns it over out of bounds. These are not solid possessions here by Gonzaga to start out half 2. Let's see. Tomorrow's going to be, it looks like just the Patriot League for tomorrow. So yeah, that's the only one they crown tomorrow. Colgate against Navy that they have in the Patriot League Championship. Navy actually beat Virginia in the season opener, and Colgate has been like owning the Patriot League for the past couple of years. I remember 2019, they played close in the first round against Tennessee. That was a 15-2 matchup. And then Colgate, they were hanging in there as a 14 last year against Arkansas. They had Jordan Burns, who was the top scorer, and then he graduated from the program. 18.5 left to go. St. Mary's lost the handle of it. Gonzaga has it. Battle for the ball. Loose ball tie-up. Possession arrow. Gonzaga. What's good, Chicago Bulls 1-2-3? Welcome back in, man. So there are 6 teams that clinch NCAA tournament bids tonight. A lot of teams were not the top seed entering their conference tournament that clinched the bid. That includes Wright State and Delaware, who clinched bids tonight. Bryant was the number 1 seed in the NEC. Bounce pass down low. Missed the layup. No good off the backboard by Nemhard. Goes back to St. Mary's with 18:05 left to play. Pass off the roll down. Jet blocks the reverse-handed shot by Toss. It's going to stay St. Mary's basketball with 18:03 left to play. That was nice vision right there by Kuzi off the Toss, but Toss, instead of going with the left hand, went with the reverse hand, and that allowed Chet an extra step to block it. Bounce pass off the Toss to the baseline. Toss working on Holmgren. Forces a double team next to Timmy. Able to get in time off to Kuzi. Moves it out to the wing, launching a 3, and it's no good by Dukas. Gonzaga with a defensive rebound under 18 minutes left to go. Bolton, free throw circle. Looks to pass it outside. He does off to Nemhard at the left wing. Bounce pass, left baseline. It is Chet. Chet backs his way. And St. Mary's will pick up a reach-in foul. It's going to be on number 14 of the Gaels. So that is Kyle Bowen. And he's in some deep foul trouble. I believe that's his 3rd. Yeah, that is Bowen's 3rd foul right now. Gonzaga is going to get the inbound. 17:39 left to play. St. Mary's hanging in there, forcing Gonzaga to shoot just 45% from the floor. Inbound goes out to Timmy. Timmy at the top of the key. Hands it off to Nemhard. Nemhard turns the corner. Jumper, 15-footer, straight away. Skipped around the rim and out. Holmgren, offensive rebound. Puts it down with a dunk right there for 2 by Chet. Big time put back off the offensive board. 7'1" to the advantage. St. Mary's with the ball. Tommy Kuzi at the top. Passes off the roll down bobble. That should have been 2 points. And Matthias Tass had it deflected out of bounds. It was by Strutter who last touched it. They've had opportunities here for St. Mary's. It's just they haven't been able to get the ball in cleanly. They've had a couple steps behind the Gonzaga defense. Toss is double-teamed. Moves it outside to Kuzi. Kuzi attacks down the lane, has a step, moves it inside, and a hot potato right there off the fingertips of Toss. He turns it over. Bolton attacks straight to the rim. Missed the layup, getting to the rim, but he gets fouled. And Rasir Bolton will shoot 2 at the line for Gonzaga. 40-32, 16:50 left to play in the second. Oh, that's awesome, man. Glad to hear that your hand has healed up completely there, man. Good to hear, bud. First shot by Bolton is good. Second shot by Bolton makes that one as well. That's been the range around 8 to 12 in this game lately for Gonzaga. St. Mary's with a possession. Bolton's up to 9 for Gonzaga. St. Mary's yet to find a double-digit score. Bounce past the baseline off to Dukas. Dukas underneath the hoop. Puts one up, and Chet Holmgren blocked it, but it's over the rim. They're going to say goaltend. Book Nerd, welcome back in the stream. So Chet tonight's got himself just 1 block tonight. 4 points, 6 rebounds, 2 steals in the block. 0 for 4 from 3-point range, though. He's only 2 for 8 from the floor. Gonzaga with the ball. Top of the key, Nemhard. Dribbles towards his right. Floats it across the court. Bolton, pump fake. Driving down the lane with the right hand. Missed off the glass. Nice challenge by the Gaels as they come back with the basketball. St. Mary's has it. Kuzi. Lost it. Able to get it to his teammate, though, underneath. Fodu. Off to number 11, Toss, and Toss gets fouled by Chet. That's 2 quick fouls by Chet here in the first 4 minutes in the second. .16:06 left to play. St. Mary's hanging in this game right now as Chet Holmgren is going to get, I think, his elbow area cleaned out. Looks like there's a scrape on it on his left elbow. We'll see if he does stay in the game coming up. So he just picked up his second foul. Both of these teams already in the March Madness bracket. So it's, as of like recent memory, it's been quite a while, I feel like, since, or last year BYU was a lock for the bracket too. I remember a couple of years ago, though, St. Mary's won against Gonzaga, WCC championship, and they needed to do that to get into the tournament for St. Mary's. Second shot was good, too, for the Gaels. So 6-point game. They're hanging in there right now. 16 minutes left to go. Gonzaga has on the outside. Nemhard turns the corner, dribbles up into the key. Passes on top to Chet as he's still into the game. Nemhard takes a 3. Missed off the front rim, and the defensive rebound pulled down by St. Mary's. That was Dukas who came down with a board. Kuzi on the far side wing perimeter. Dribbles up. Kuzi passes out to Johnson. Logan Johnson puts the ball now with the elbow. Backs his way. Fodu working on Timmy. Fodu looking to pass it off. Moves it to the top. 8 on the shot clock. Towards his right, Logan Johnson. Johnson attacks on Chet. Missed off the glass. Timmy comes out with a defensive rebound. Gonzaga with the ball. 15-15 left to go. Nemhard lost it. Turnover. St. Mary's with the ball now. Kuzi up the court. Defended on the outside by Timmy. Passes on top. Johnson off to Kuzi. Kuzi dribbles, spur speed. Right past Timmy. Couldn't finish with a layup. Should have had 2 right there. So those were 2 quick points they should have had. Couldn't convert though. It was Kuzi off the dribble. He had to step past Timmy. Right baseline. Chet. Double teamed. Has to get it away. He does. Nemhard. Oh my goodness. What a pass. Drew Timmy finishes. Up and in off the glass. Wow. Andrew Nemhard, the no-look pass right from behind to the trail by Drew Timmy. Right at the rim. That was something special right there. Kuzi moves it out to the wing. And Gonzaga reaches in. Clock will stop. 14:30 left to play. As we're going to head to a media timeout as well. That was a thing of beauty right there. Chet bounced past Nemhard. Sneaks the ball on a no-look right behind the defender. Number 11 of St. Mary's, Matthias Tass. Over to Timmy, who went backdoor and scored. Thoughts about that? Yeah, it figures that that would happen. Hey, what's good, Bookner? No problem. Glad to have you in the stream whenever you get the chance. If anybody's interested, feel free to join the Behind Our Basketball Bracket Challenge. That link is posted into the chat if anybody's interested in doing so. Quick update here. Only one player for Gonzaga is in double figures scoring. That is Julian Strother with 13 points. It was Drew Timmy and Chet Holmgren who went off yesterday against San Francisco. Tonight, though, they've only combined for 8 total points, 4 points each by Timmy and Holmgren. And then St. Mary's yet to find a double-digit score. One player with 9, the point guard Tommy Kuzi. He's got 6 rebounds. And then a trio with 8 points between Toss, Dukas, and Johnson. Vegas, welcome back, man. What a night of games here. South Dakota State leading North Dakota State 51-45. Watch out for the Jackrabbits. They are in the Summit League Championship. Last team to win the Summit League, that was Oral Roberts. And yeah, we all know how that went down last tournament. Sweet 16. Max Asmus will not play in this year's tournament. Oral Roberts lost yesterday. South Dakota State's top 3-point shooting team in the nation. I'm just going to get some numbers on this team right here. They got 2 players scoring 16 points per game. They got another player scoring 14 points per game. So they are first with a 3-point shooting percentage of 45%, second in scoring, behind Gonzaga, scoring around 87 points per game. Their defense does struggle, though. They're first in shooting percentage. This team's definitely worth the look in the bracket to bust some brackets. Wow. Yeah, this team beat Washington State. And they had some close games against other, like, higher conference schools. They had a shootout game against Alabama. They lost. It was in the first week. They might see Alabama again in the bracket. That was a road game at Alabama in the first week. But this team made 17 threes against Nevada. I'm going to tally up how many games that they've had multi-digit, like 10 or more. They've had a bunch. Wow. We get back to action, 44-36 to score. As St. Mary's gets the ball inside and able to get another bucket. 14 minutes left to go. Gonzaga has the possession. Nolan Hickman hands it off to Timmy. Timmy at the top. Passes out to Nemhard. Turns the corner. Bounce pass off to Timmy. Timmy backs his way. Low post. Puts one up. And he banks it up and then off the glass. What's good, Preston? Welcome in. I can't play, like, the audio or the video from it because it's, like, copyright. So it's only play-by-play that I can do. At the free throw circle, Logan Johnson, bounce pass. Down low off the toss. Toss working on Timmy. Bouncing bodies inside. Hook shot. Matthias Toss with a jumper. Little hook goes down. It's a 6-point game. St. Mary's hanging in there. They slow it down. They get a quality possession. Exactly what the Gaels have done here in the second half. Nemhard, free throw circle. Bounce past Timmy, mid-block. Timmy looks to pass it someplace, or he will go. Oh, nice pivot move. Gets a defender right out in front that takes the flop. No call. Right past Toss, and Timmy able to trade a bucket there with Toss for 2. Under 13 minutes left to go. St. Mary's with the ball. Left wing perimeter. Out on top to Logan Johnson. Dribbles, attacks, kicks to the corner. Open 3 on its way. Missed off the back rim by Fodu. And deflected out by Gonzaga. Inbound for St. Mary's. They move it outside the toss. 12.5 left to go. Puts the ball into the hands of Kuzi. Kuzi jacks up the 3. Right down the pipe. That's good. 5-point game. Tommy Kuzi keeping the Gaels right in it. Yeah, that's odd. For Auburn dropping down to the 2 seed. They went into overtime against Mississippi State, but they still won. So that was from last week. Kuzi up to 12 points, leading the way for St. Mary's. Watson, bounce pass, mid-block off to Timmy. Timmy, spin move, triple teamed into the keys. St. Mary's looking to force a tie-up, and they will. And this will be possession arrow. So we're still looking at that possession arrow right now. Gaels. St. Mary's gets the ball, 12 minutes remaining. Some pressure being forced in the backcourt by Gonzaga. St. Mary's able to take it past midcourt, though. On the far side, Logan Johnson, crossover, working his way. Nice move, sneaks past Drew Timmy to the cup. Is St. Mary's team able to keep it alive right now and make this a game? Quality possession, slowing it down, getting nice looks. Watson, jumper, no good. Missed off the back rim. The Gaels come up with a defensive rebound. St. Mary's is taking over this game right now. 15-10, outscoring Gonzaga in the second half. The Gaels have it with Kuzi. Off of a double team. Moves it out to the wing off the toss. Hand off Kuzi. Left baseline dribble. Kuzi. Spin move. Passes back on top to Logan Johnson. 11:15 left to go. Johnson. Dump off. Down the lane. Offensive foul. Anton Watson takes the charge for Gonzaga, and he stops any sort of momentum right there that St. Mary's had flowing. That would have put it to a 1-point game. If Johnson had floated up a runner and not contacted him before and scored, that would have put it there. But instead, he drove right into Watson, and Watson tough, just taking the charge. We take the time on the floor. Great game here. 48-45 to score. 11:10 left to go. It's going to be Gonzaga basketball once we get back from timeout. If you guys are doing the stream, hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe. Thanks so much all for joining in, being a part here on the channel. St. Mary's playing with a lot of grit and fight right now on the court. Summit League Championship game, 53-46. South Dakota State leading North Dakota State. If anybody's interested in joining the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group, feel free to do so. That link is pinned to the chat. All are welcome to join in. I can't play audio because of copyright. We take a look right now. Top scorers in this game. 13 points by Julian Strother. He's the only player in double-digit scoring tonight for Gonzaga. Timmy he's got 8 points, and Holmgren having a tough game. Chet's only got 4 points, only 2 for 8 shooting, 0 for 4 from 3 for Chet tonight. And then St. Mary's has 3 players double digits in the scoring column. Tommy Kuzi, 12 points. Logan Johnson, Matthias Tass, both have 10 points. The video would get taken down if I showed the game. You can't show it because all the rights belong to the broadcaster, like ESPN, the WCC. All the rights belong to the broadcasting partner, and its other, like, the league and stuff like that. I mean, that's not the purpose of the video anyway, showing the stuff and trying to get away with illegal streaming, because you can't do that. That doesn't make you become a better broadcaster. So I know some people try to do that. It's just unfortunate because sometimes they get away with it, especially for the college stuff. But I remember last tournament, they cracked down on that a ton. They cracked down on that a ton for, like, NFL games and stuff. NBA games they do. So we're going to get back to action just in a moment. I don't believe I'll be able to cover the Big Sky one. Or so I got a couple other conference tournaments that I'm going to be doing, but I think it conflicts with a lot of the other ones that I wanted to, like, cover. $11 minutes left to play in the second. Gonzaga with the ball right back. Nembhard at the top. Gives it outside to Strother. Strother towards his right, dribbles up. Turn around, low block, and he hits it. 15 on the board for Julian Strother, saving Gonzaga right now. That's his first bucket of the second half. St. Mary's first possession out of the timeout. 10:40 left to go. Dukas defended on the outside by Strother. As Dukas gets called pushing off, it's an offensive foul. So turnover by St. Mary's. That will be foul number 5 by the Gaels. That was down low, actually, so it's not on Dukas. It's charged to toss. 10:30 left to play. Gonzaga with the ball again. Nembhard moves it back on top. Strother passes off to Nembhard. 15 on the shot clock. Nembhard to the free throw circle. Step back jumper. 18-footer straight away. Missed off the front rim. Deflected out of bounds. St. Mary's tried to save it, but they couldn't, as it rolled right into the Gonzaga bench area. It's going to stay Gonzaga ball. Inbound goes to Nembhard. 10:10 left to go. And a reach and fall on the outside by St. Mary's. Yeah, no problem. Tomorrow night, I plan on covering the NBA. It will be Suns against Heat. So Kyle Bowen now going to check out of the game for St. Mary's. Just picked up his 4th personal foul. 10 minutes left to go. Gonzaga has possession. Nembhard attacks. Sneaks around, turnaround, and stood at the front rim and goes down right there for the luck of the bounce. 7-point lead by Gonzaga. That's a lucky drop right there by Andrew Nembhard. The ball bounced off the front rim twice and then went down into the net. Kuzi has it at the top of the key for St. Mary's. Dribbles up to the free throw circle. Moves it outside to Logan Johnson at the wing. Back out to the top to Kuzi. Johnson has it again. Drives. Floats up the runner. Oh, he gets it. Logan Johnson for 2 and count it as he gets fouled as well. And one coming up at the free throw line. Really good game right now. St. Mary's hanging in there. Not going to quit. Logan Johnson up to 10 points he has got. and hits the free throw. 4-point game. Gonzaga pass midcourt. Nembhard gives it over to Bolton. Now to Chet at the top of the key. Holmgren passes left wing to number 10, Hunter Salas. Over to the top to hand it off to Bolton. Bolton turns the corner. Into the key. Lost the handle. Stripped away. Stolen by Dukas. Pass ahead. One man a beat. And that's heavy contact. Leads to the foul. 9:13 left to go. It's going to be 2 shots coming up at the line by Dan Fotu of St. Mary's. Chet picked up the blocking foul, and that's going to be Chet's third. So 2 shots by Fotu, 9:13 left to play, 74% free throw shooter. First one goes right through. Second shot by Fotu is good. Look at that, 1 possession game. Gonzaga takes up the court. Nembhard passes off to Bolton to the top off to Holmgren. Watson moves it out to the wing to Salas. Timmy not into the game right now. See if they can find a spark without Drew Timmy. Right baseline dribble. Watson kicks it out to the corner. Bolton over to Watson once again. Watson crossover drives. And he slips right past the defender up to the cup for 2. Right there by Anton Watson. 8:40 left to go. That's a big, big bucket. Able to get right past Matthias Tass. Right baseline dribble. St. Mary's going backdoor. Logan Johnson looking for the call. Hands up in the air. Couldn't get one. Refs say play on. No call. Gonzaga comes up with a rebound. And it's going to be a foul picked up at the free throw circle. It's on Gonzaga. That's offensive, and I think that's on Chet Holmgren. That would be his 4th. Yeah, that's on Chet pushing over Dan Fotu as he took it up the court. So Chet Holmgren just 4 points tonight, 4 personal fouls. 0 for 4 from 3-point range, and he is on the bench right now as Timmy comes back into the game. Underneath, Fotu puts one up, no good, off the mark, and a tip in. Able to go through, though, for St. Mary's. 2-point game. Bryce, welcome to the stream, man. We got a good one here. 8 minutes left remaining. Gonzaga with the ball. Top of the key, Salas. Passes outside to Bolton. Bolton moves it over to Nembhard. Nembhard dumps it over to Timmy. Timmy at the low block. Passes outside. Bolton. Back over to Timmy. Backs his way. Hook shot. Rolls around the rim. That's good. Drew Timmy, 2 more. South Dakota State in a tough game against North Dakota State. South Dakota State leads by 2, 58-56. This score here is pretty close to that one, 56-52 with 7:30 left to play. St. Mary's in the outside as they have the ball and away from the basketball. Another whistle will get blown here. Clock will stop as well. We're going to head to a media timeout. 7:28 left to go. In the second half, we got a great game. Alright, we head to the timeout. If you guys are new to the stream, hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe. Thanks all for joining in, being a part here on the channel tonight. Julian Strother leads the way for Gonzaga, 15 points. He had 13 of those in the first half. 10 points by Drew Timmy. Timmy having a strong game. Definitely needs a bunch more touches. And Chet Holmgren in deep foul trouble just picked up his 4th personal foul. Still have 7.5 left to go. St. Mary's, 3 players, double figures. 13 points by Logan Johnson, 12 points each by Matthias Tass and Tommy Kuzi. He's got 12.6 rebounds. Yeah, we'll keep you guys posted on that South Dakota State, North Dakota State scores. That one's a close one. South Dakota State's on a 20-game winning streak. St. Mary's making it their game tonight here, slowing down the action. and being able to get quality looks. St. Mary's at 45.5%. Gonzaga's at 50% in this game. But St. Mary's is just making sure that Gonzaga just doesn't keep on going up the court to outshoot them all game long, to play faster tempo that they did yesterday against San Francisco. Just kept on slipping past the defense on multiple opportunities, and St. Mary's is able to slow it down, make it their own pace, and that's what's been able to keep them in this matchup here. So there's adjusted tempo that there is. It's on KenPom that they tell you, like, the adjusted tempo. St. John's is the fastest team per adjusted tempo, but teams in the tournament that have the slowest tempo, North Texas is the second slowest tempo team offensively besides Virginia. Virginia's the slowest tempo team. And then teams in the bracket, Villanova is around 344. St. Mary's is 337. Hey, thanks so much, Bryce. Appreciate it, man. Texas is around 340 for adjusted tempo. Houston is at 323. So those are some of the teams in the bracket per adjusted tempo. Or should be in the bracket. North Texas isn't in yet. So they haven't played in the Conference USA tournament, but things get interesting if they do lose, because they did lose on Saturday. That's the crusher. I would think if they did lose in the Conference USA Championship game that they would be in had they not lost on Saturday, but it changes the script a little bit. Back to action. It's going to be 2 shots to the line for Alex Dukas. First one was good. Second one's up and through as well. 2-point game. 7:20 left to go. Gonzaga with the ball. Timmy. Top of the key for the Zags. Dribbles towards his left. Hands it off to Nembhard. Nembhard takes it straight down the lane, and he scores up and in off the backboard. Nice job by Nembhard right there off the dribble handoff. Getting to the rim last couple possessions for Gonzaga, that's been the key. 7 minutes left to play. Kuzi puts it to the free throw circle, back into the hands to Kuzi. Pump fake. Moves it out to the corner. Fodu floats up one, around the rim and out. Nembhard comes out with the defensive rebounds. Under 7 minutes left to go. Timmy. Same spot. Will he do it once again? Moves it outside. He won't. Bounce past Timmy now at the baseline. Working one-on-one. Backs his way. Forces a double team. Bolton receives the pass in the perimeter. Crossover. Step back 3 in the air. Splash City, baby. Rasir Bolton. The reason why they able to pick up him via transfer from Iowa State, and that's a huge, huge shot right now at this stage of the game. 12 points by Bolton. 6:15 left to go. St. Mary's with the ball. Kuzi forced towards his right. Attacks on Nembhard. And knocked down by Nembhard and fouled. So 2 free throws coming up at the line by Tommy Kuzi of St. Mary's. Hey, that's cool there, man, for you, Bryce. First one at the line. As it rolls around the rim and it goes out. Kyle Bowen for St. Mary's going to check back into the game. That's dangerous at this stage. So he's got 4 personal fouls. Second shot by Kuzi is good. Six minutes left to play. Gonzaga with the ball. Top of the key, Strother. Dribbles towards his right on the outside. Strother, bounce pass off to Timmy. Timmy at the wing. Hands it off to Bolton, who just made a big step back 3. Bolton dribbles, floats up the runner. Free throw circle, gets the friendly bounce, count it, and he got fouled. Rasir Bolton taking over this game. Last couple possessions for the Zags. Senior transfer from Iowa State. Another dribble handoff up to the free throw circle, and he just is able to put that one through as he gets knocked down by Kuzi. 14 up 2 for Bolton. Frito puts it at 15 as that's good. So able to find ways with Chet Holmgren on the bench. 4 points, 4 fouls by Chet. 5.5 left to go. Kuzi moves it out on top to Dukas. Back over to Kuzi. 15 on the shot clock. Kuzi drives. Turnaround over Timmy. Alter by Timmy off the front rim. No good. Battle for the rebound. Scooped up offensive board by Kuzi. Back on top for St. Mary's. 15 on the shot clock once again. Logan Johnson. Bounce pass out to the wing. Off to Bowen. Bowen handoff to Kuzi at the wing. Kuzi dribbles. Proha floats up the shot. Off the back rim twice. No good. Timmy comes out with a defensive rebound. 5 minutes remaining. Yeah, that's if Michigan even makes it in. Michigan's going to have to beat Indiana to make it into the tournament. I think that's an elimination game right there. Winner gets close to March. In particular, more Michigan, because Michigan's played a much tougher schedule. One against better opponents than Indiana has. Indiana's in some trouble. They're out if they lose it. If Michigan loses to Indiana, Michigan's most likely out, but they would need other teams to wreck themselves in their conference tournaments too. So there's still a chance, but just to be safe, they'd have to win at least one, possibly two to be even safer. Bolton shooting 2 at the line. First one he missed. We have 4:44 left to go. Second shot by Bolton, and that is good. So just like that, it was a 2-point game. It's now gone up to a 10-point game. 8-zip run by Gonzaga. See if St. Mary's can get something here. Logan Johnson at the right wing perimeter. Dribbles up into the key. Forces one up, and he banks it. That's a tough look. No call. There was a lot of contact on that, too. The Zags will have the ball. Timmy puts into the hands to Nembhard. Wide open 3. Spots up. Takes it. Swoosh. Those are big, big buckets when you need them the most. Andrew Nembhard. Right straight away at the top of the key up to 14. Everybody working their way up in the second half for Gonzaga. Players stepping up just like that. It was only Strauder in the first half, and now comes alive Nembhard, Bolton, and Timmy in the second half. Powering their way down low post. St. Mary's with a layup. 9-point game. 68-59. Timeout taken on the floor by St. Mary's. 3:55 left to go. Top scorers tonight. Rasir Bolton, 16 points for Gonzaga. 5 for 8 from the floor. 15 points by Julian Strauder. 5 for 6 shooting. Perfect 3 for 3 from 3. And then 14 points by Andrew Nembhard with 5 assists. 10 points by Drew Timme. Chet Holmgren with 4 fouls. He's only got 4 points tonight. But big second half, able to open it up with other players stepping up for Gonzaga, and that's why they're on top. They're also 43% from three-point range. This team is much, much better from 3 than they were last year. They only had Kispert basically as their knockdown shooter, but this year they have a multitude of weapons. What's good, Brian? Welcome back in, man. I got Kentucky to win the championship. Yeah, St. Mary's is a better front court defense than they are perimeter defense. St. Mary's came into today second in the conference in 2-point defense behind Gonzaga. They're 4th in the conference in 3-point shooting defense. So that's where Gonzaga's been able to light them up recently. Gonzaga this season, they are 24th in 3-point shooting percentage at 37.5%. So they've got Chet, who's shooting 43%, leading the team. Strauder's at 38%. Oh, Rasir Bolton Rasir Bolton shooting 46%. So Bolton's first at 46%. Then Chet at 43%. Strother's at 38%. Those are the three sharp shooters on this team. Compared to last year nationally, they were 48, so they were a little bit more behind nationally last year in three-point shooting. 36.8% to this year, 37.5%. And yeah, that was all Kispert last year, 44%. And then Joel Ayayi was second on the team at 38.9%. So just to have that extra knockdown shooter, that is massive there for Gonzaga going into the tournament, because that's something that they really needed just last year. Yeah, let's see what we got here. South Dakota State leading North Dakota State 69-65. 30 seconds left to go. Oh, sorry to hear that, Bryce. Just hopefully in the future, hopefully your parents will be able to help you out in the future. Maybe it's because of like school going on, maybe like homework and stuff like that. But I'd say probably maybe like try in the summer and see if she'd be able to let you have a chance there. As Gonzaga back from the timeout takes the three. Nembhard able to drill it. 71-59. 17 points by Andrew Nembhard, making 3 threes tonight. It's that big difference that makes this team so dangerous. Corner three is good by St. Mary's. Hanging in there. Number 14, Kyle Bowen. They're going to say it's a 2. His foot was on the line. I heard that. Kyrie dropping down 50 today. 3 minutes left to play. Gonzaga with the ball. Nembhard moves in on top. Bolton passes off to Watson. Towards his right on the perimeter. Watson defended by Bowen one-on-one. Towards his left now on the outside. 12 on the shot clock. Gives it over to Nembhard. Edge of the WCC Tournament Las Vegas logo. Nembhard dribbles, attacks, right hand. Oh, so smooth right there. Right down the lane, scores up and in with the off the backboard with the right hand. Andrew Nembhard coming along. The guards in this game have taken over when the front court struggle for Gonzaga. 19 by Nembhard, 16 for Bolton. At the wing, St. Mary's has it inside the key. Pump fake, sneaks around, gets it to go. That's a big-time basket there by Logan Johnson of St. Mary's. 10-point game again. Yeah, I saw South Dakota State 4-point lead with 30 seconds left to go over North Dakota State. The forward for South Dakota State's got a double-double, a 21 and 11. As we're going to take a timeout here before the free throw. 73-63, 2:24 left to go. Gonzaga by 10. The Jackrabbits 30 seconds away from going dancing. See if they can get on a 21-game winning streak. 4 players in double figures for South Dakota State today. And their big man up front had 21 points, 11 rebounds. Kind of similar to Oral Roberts, I feel like. Last year with Kevin O'Banner. He was carrying that team, but there's more firepower from the perimeter. There's not like one star. There's 2 guys averaging 16. There's another dude that's averaging 14 for South Dakota State. Their defensive metrics are not that good, but I mean neither was Oral Roberts from last season. Can people find out where you are? They can't unless you say where you are, which you should never give out that information. So last year Oral Roberts was, so they had A. Smith and O'Banner. They carried 24.5 points per game for A. Smith, so Banner had 18.7. And it was a good matchup because they beat Ohio State, and Ohio State was E.J. Liddell and Dwayne Washington Jr., a duo. And Oral Roberts was 14th in scoring. They were 16th in three-point shooting, 289th in total defense. South Dakota State this year, second in scoring behind Gonzaga, dropping 87 points per game. First in three-point shooting, 291st in total defense, giving up 73.5 points per game. Oral Roberts gave up 75.6, so they were actually better nationally, but they gave up an average of over 2 points more. Probably because less games from last season, too. But, man, it's all is the makings here of a potential first-round team that can wreck your bracket with South Dakota State. Oral Roberts was the best free throw shooting team. They were only 118th in shooting last year, first in made threes. South Dakota State is top 45 in free throws, and they are first in field goal shooting percentage. Pretty good metrics considering with previous history from a same team from that conference that has pulled off an upset in the past. We get back from the timeout. Free throw, good. At the line for Kuzi by St. Mary's, 9-point game. Unfortunately, I can't do the Boise State game because I'm going to be doing other games this week. 2:15 left to go. Gonzaga has the ball. Nemhard will slow it down. He's defended by Kuzi, edge of the WCC basketball tournament Las Vegas logo. Inside, bobble. Timmy gets knocked down. And Gonzaga in the bonus now. Yeah, hopefully the numbers change when tournament time comes here. We had more people on the NEC stream than we did tonight for the WCCs the past 2 nights. I mean, I remember when we had over 1,000 on the channel at once. Timmy missed the free throw on the 1-1 bonus. Tipped out of bounds by Gonzaga. Chris, welcome to stream, man. 2 minutes left to play. It's going to be St. Mary's ball. Yeah, I've been noticing lately, too, the NBA games have been covering haven't been able to put some, decent numbers either. There wasn't many people into the Cavs-Raptors stream on Sunday night. Wide open 3, Kuzi. Missed off the mark, offensive rebound, put back. They won't count it, though. A foul committed before, and it's on St. Mary's. Over the back call picked up on the Gaels. That's a crusher. That takes away 2 points off the scoreboard as Matthias Toss pushes off, going up for the rebounds. Yeah, it seems like a lot of people come out during playoff time. And that's it for Toss tonight. He has fouled out. So he is the one that helped St. Mary's keep in this game due to his front court presence. And with 1:45 left to go, Matthias Toss has just fouled out of this game for the Gaels. Chet Holmgren to the free throw line coming up. Back of the bonus. 73-64. 11 seconds remaining for South Dakota State as they lead over North Dakota State 73-69. Free throw number 1 is good by Chet. Did I hide and cry after March 11, 2020 stream? No. Not right after that stream, but I did after they canceled the Little League World Series and March Madness on the same day. And that was the next day later. Second free throw is good. Yeah, I was just thinking about that today. The first year that I had on YouTube, I had to build up the first year because I hadn't hit 1,000 subscribers yet during a full 12-month period, and then I had just hit 1,000, and it happened when I had 1,300 subs that everything got canceled. So from a period from March to August, I was stuck at the 1,300 number until the NBA came back into the bubble in 2020. South Dakota State's going to win 74-69 over North Dakota State. The Jackrabbits have won 21 straight games in a row. And circle them on your bracket for potential bracket buster type of team. 1:40 left to play. Gonzaga by 11. St. Mary's to the top of the key. Kuzi moves it off to Johnson. Johnson into the key. Puts one up and Johnson gets fouled. He's going to head to the line to shoot two. Oh, yeah, man. What a difference. Yeah, we had a nice, 2-3 people in the chat for those. And then we have the NBA playoff games where there was 13,000 people in that Nets-Bucks Game 7 stream. Hey, thanks so much, Alex. Appreciate it, man, for coming on board. Yeah, Celtics have been red hot. And the only ones they haven't been able to win are the back-to-back ones. Tipped up, defensive rebound, pulled down by Bolton. 10-point game, minute 30 left to go. And Bolton got followed as Gonzaga now in a double bonus as well. South Dakota State. Get ready to go to March Madness. The Jackrabbits, probably going to be a 12 seed. Probably going to be busting some brackets along the way as well. Top 3-point shooting team in the nation wins 75-69 over North Dakota State today to win the Summit. Yeah. Yeah, I hope Providence doesn't end up playing Chattanooga because I don't like that matchup there. I think Chattanooga can make that a game against Providence because Chattanooga has the makings to be a 13 seed. Providence is looking for the 4. Banks at home. It's Kuzi for 2. Yeah, it's like everybody went to UC Santa Barbara they were on for last year. And they ended up losing against Creighton. It'll be interesting to see if South Dakota State plays Alabama once again, because both of those teams played the first week of the season, and that game was a shootout. Alabama ended up winning. It was a home game for Alabama. Yeah, I watched Providence when they had Chris Dunn. Providence just... It's been rough trying to get over the hump historically in the tournament. I have nightmares going back to, I think it was in 2004. They lost against Pacific in the first round, and they had the same seeding as they're about to do for this one. I think that was a 13-4 matchup. Yeah, all depends on the draw. I'd hate that to be Arkansas if South Dakota State plays Arkansas. 1 minute left to go. 10-point lead for Gonzaga. St. Mary's bringing pressure. Nembhard floats it up over the top for Chet Holmgren. Exclamation point on the Knights. Alley-oop jam sent down by Chet with a minute even on the clock. Yeah, I remember my first NBA stream. That was the Celtics against Pacers from 3 years ago. This ball gets stolen away in the outside. It's by Nembhard. Swings it right down the lane. Anton Watson capitalizes it. 81-67 with 40 seconds left to go. That might be worth the battle for the line. All depending on where the line was shifting in this game here. The line was at 12.5. Okay. So that bucket A couple more, then that one mattered. Back to St. Mary's. They hit a 2-point shot. 12.5 is the line. 20 points left to go. Gonzaga's going to take it up the court. Looks like they're going to be forced to double team by St. Mary's. St. Mary's still playing, and they are going to follow Gonzaga with 12.8. So 12.8 seconds left to go. St. Mary's follows Gonzaga. Yeah, the line of this game was Gonzaga by 12.5. And right now it's 81-69, 12-point game. Yeah, this one's been around like an 8 to a 10-point range through most of the second half. There were times though where this score was in the 40s. I think there was a time where the score was like 48 to 46 at one point, where St. Mary's was hanging in there, like around the late 40s and the low 50s, and then Gonzaga started to get on a little bit of a run. And then just like midway through the second half, they took over. Yeah, Gonzaga was up by 10 at halftime, 38-28. So it's going to be 2 shots here at the line for Strother. First one he missed. Yep, last year when Ohio State lost against Oral Roberts. Classic. Second shot is good. Gonzaga with a 13-point lead in the final 10 seconds. Deep three from the edge of the logo, and he airballs it. Airballed by Kuzi. And another big title out in Spokane, as Gonzaga once again will win the WCC championship as they dribble out the clock, and this game has gone final. The Zags do it once again. They'll be the overall number 1 seed in the bracket, going to 26-3 on the season. Going into Selection Sunday, put out first in the bracket. Final score 82-69. It was Julian Strother who had a strong first half. 13 points in the first half. Strother tonight finished with 16 total, but going off in the second half, it was Nemhard with 19. 7 assists by Nemhard. 18 points by Rasir Bolton. 16 finished for Strother. Drew Timme had 10 points tonight. Chet Holmgren had 8 in this matchup here. It was the guards who came to play tonight for Gonzaga when the front court struggled. The front court was tearing it up last night against San Francisco. Another big party out in Spokane, getting the victory here for the Zags. They do it 82-69 over St. Mary's. Before you sign off tonight, hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe. Oh man, what a night. Covered 2 conference tournament championship games. One of them had a fight go down between fans in the first one. That was insane. I'm going to close out here to the channel members, everyone. I hope to be back tomorrow covering some NBA tomorrow night. It's going to be Heat against Suns I plan on covering. Before I do sign off, going to close out to the channel members. All channel members get a shout out as we have Jason, Cindy, Rajip, Old Ed Deuce, Brian, SG Sports Talk, Russell, D-Block, BP, Greg, Oreo Pudding, Bino, Arohan, Mike, Mark, John, Jessica, Stephanie, Ahino, Joseph, Elkie, and GR for 90. Woody, Warren, I Am Ghost, Pamela, Keith, Isaiah, Manon Hayes, Barco, Dave, Rides of Steel, and Kelly. Thanks so much all for joining in tonight. Feel free to join the Behind Your Basketball Bracket Challenge if any of you guys are interested in doing so. That link is pinned to the chat out there. All are welcome to do so. Just hit that link, and you guys can join in for the Bracket Challenge. And if you don't catch the link, I think the link comes on the upload. I also posted it in the community tab a couple posts ago as well, and I'll also have the link back in the chat for the game I stream for tomorrow. I'll have it throughout the week in the chat for that link if anybody's interested as well. Thanks so much all for joining in tonight. Gonzaga, another WCC championship as they win over St. Mary's, 82-69 final score. Thanks so much all, and enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night.